Managing a calendar can be a hefty task, but if you do have a calendar which is feature rich, it can make your life a whole lot easier. Today we're having a look at Timetree. We're also going to have a look at the classic Google Calendar, and we're going to see what features they actually offer and which one you should be using starting today. So let's check them out. We're having a look at Timetree now. So Timetree makes sharing your events and planning as a group quite intuitive and very, very easy. It's perfect for families or even social groups that need to sync their schedules, and they have ready-made templates for couples, families, and even friend groups of all sizes. Your premium unlocks advanced reminders and also other powerful features, so they really have great options in the free version as well as the premium version. You can see over here you have a co-editing option, so multiple users can actually edit events, add comments, and attach files within a shared calendar. You can centralize all your plans, tasks, and your communications that is related to each event in one place. So you'll be communicating overall, and you can then also communicate per event or per item that you have on your calendar. It has a very helpful onboarding system with recommended templates as well as custom stories for each setup, which is great if you're unfamiliar with the software. It is awesome that they have a very helpful onboarding process. You can see also it coordinates schedules for busy households with multiple activities. You can track assignments, projects, and extracurricular activities, and you can plan social gatherings with synchronized availability. It really is fantastic. All right, let's have a look at Google Calendar. Google Calendar is like 100,000 years old. Google Calendar still has fantastic features, such as the fact that you can access all of the features with any Google account. There's no premium tier needed, so it is completely free. It has a superior experience for quick calendar creation on larger screens, so it's actually desktop optimized, and you can integrate it with Gmail, Meet, Drive, and other Google services quite easily. It also has some other features such as their shared access, so you can actually grant a view or edit permissions for multiple users for collaborative scheduling. You can create recurring events, you can set reminders, and also attach relevant files to appointments. You can visually organize different types of events with customizable color schemes as well. So if you're a visual thinker, you operate like that, you can actually do a lot of color coding. The last thing that we're going to have a look at here is their use cases. So it's perfect for team scheduling, and anybody that has professional appointments. So you can actually schedule this with your team. You can even just schedule it for your team without have them access. It also is ideal for mixed teams, tech beginners, and anybody with minimal sort of knowledge. It's a very, very flat learning curve. It also works seamlessly across your mobile device, desktop, and any smart assistants. It shines in professional environments where quick setup and broad accessibility matter most. It has been around for enough years or decades for most people to know in any professional environment how to actually use Google Calendar. And there you go, ladies and gentlemen. There are so many options available. There's tons of software available. There's so many apps available. It's easy to get lost. My advice is always to go and try 2 or 3 or 4 options and see what actually works best for your specific use case. Actually use it and see what actually is the right option. I hope this was helpful. If it really was, you can help the channel out by hitting the subscribe button. You can help us get to 10,000 subs. We'll see you in another awesome video.